Hey everybody, welcome back to the Overwatch Project. I know I haven't made a podcast in a while, but I just wanted to give you some updates. I plan on making more BitChute content, and don't forget my website is OverwatchProject.com. That's OverwatchProject.com. And on there you can easily get to my BitChute channel and all my other content. But BitChute has... I think is my favorite alternative platform. I know I'm on Spreaker right now, but this will populate to YouTube and then go to BitChute from there. But they have achieved 100% of their fundraising. I sent them some money a while ago. I subscribed to them on Subscribestar, and just some notes here from their latest update that they've achieved 100% of their fundraising, and they are going to be improving their services. So just to give you an idea how much people are switching off of the censoring platforms to these more, obviously more free and open platforms. They went from 8 million monthly visits just 12 months ago to 31 million in October, and they expect to be 40 million in November. And they are being heavily attacked by the masters of the universe, the YouTubes and Facebooks and everything else. Anyway, so we should be seeing more faster site loading times, faster video processing times, high definition video coming to BitChute, multiple video format support, and audio-only support. So if you want to post a podcast on BitChute, that is awesome. I'm surprised nobody else has thought of that. The reason I use Spreaker is so I can do an audio-only podcast, but have it populate to video like platforms like BitChute. Clearly, this would be amazing. And more decentralization, more robustness. So that's awesome. Now, I'm also on Library, but I have to tell you, I've seen interviews while on the Surface Library and their twin service, which is called Odyssey, which is spelled ODYSEE. It's a .com address, so odyssey.com, ODYSEE.com. That is same thing as Library, but it's more like a front end, which is sort of like YouTube type, BitChute type thing. So you don't need to use their Library application to work with Odyssey when you're on Odyssey. Now, a couple of things. I don't know. It's just my personal feelings, but there's just something about Library and Odyssey that I don't quite trust. I watched interviews with some of the people behind Library, or one of the people behind Library, or that works there, and it's just a certain way that they answer questions and say things that I don't know. You can find those interviews on Library at the Anarchast website. So if you look for Anarchast, it's ANARCHAST, the Anarchast podcast. On Library, you can find it, or on Odyssey, actually, you can find the interviews and just listen carefully to. When people talk and I'm in like an investigative mode, I parse what people say very carefully. I listen to what they say and what they don't say and how they word things. And I don't know. There's just something about Library that to me, I'm not sure I trust it as much as I trust BitChute. Also, in a weird kind of ominous way, the Odyssey website a few months ago, up until recently, was running a "Don't Be Evil" slogan on top of their webpage, which, where have we seen that before? That was, of course, Google's former slogan, "Don't Be Evil." and we know how that turned out. So I plan on making more podcasts about important topics like the afterlife, reincarnation, cycle breaking, and a lot of my, what I'm known for. And also, I want to make a podcast, my next one, which may be BitChute exclusive because it'll be kind of raw and uncensored, and it'll probably just be there. And I'll announce it on Spreaker and YouTube when I post it so that you can go and listen to it. And it's going to be split in half. The first half of the podcast will be understanding the Earth plane here, the reality in which we exist in the physical plane here on Earth, and how how to try to understand freedom and rights and coercion through the thug mafia that rules over us here on Earth, and the parasite psychopaths that control all the governments of the planet here, versus the afterlife, which will be the second half of the podcast. The distinction between how freedom was achieved, or as close to freedom as you can get here on Earth, versus the difference of when you're in the afterlife, and why you should never reincarnate here again if you can help it. We'll go over all that in that podcast. That's what I'm working on right now, is trying to figure out how to discuss all these things. So I just wanted to give you this quick update and tell you what's going on with BitChute, because I'm very excited about BitChute. It has always been my favorite, and one of the reasons is because it reminds me of like 90s internet, which was like the Wild West, and it was like somewhat unreliable at times, or odd looking, and it's great that they're improving themselves and they're maintaining. There's only a few people that work on BitChute, I think, and they've done an amazing job for what little resources they had. But now that they've achieved their fundraising, I'm very excited about that. So keep an eye on BitChute, and don't forget to check out OverwatchProject.com for a lot of content on there. And my Minds page, which you can get to from OverwatchProject.com, is always being updated. There's tons of stuff I post on there that's really kind of like my rolling blog. So if you want to look at things that I post there, sometimes in one day I'll post several different things. And, they're not always things. I don't always necessarily post something that I agree with completely, but because you should be able to take information from anyone, even sources that have odd ideas or don't really match with my ideas, but you can still find usefulness in it. So you'll have a diverse amount of content on my Minds page, so don't forget to check that out. And that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day, good night, whenever you happen to be listening to this. See ya. Bye.